And then I'm going to take in a very flat, precise and defined brush to define my brows. So I'm using the same concealer, the Eyeshadow Glow concealer. I'm going to apply a little bit the back of my hand. And then I'm going to go in and get a little bit closer. So I only define the lower part of my brow. So I'm still following the same shape of my brow. I'm doing my application of the concealer. So now I'm just filling in exactly there. And that's it. I'm literally done. So I don't go in and draw the upper part of the brow unless if I made a mistake and I just want to create like a more defined effect onto the brow. But most of the time, this is how I draw my brow. So I just go in with my brow pencil and then I go in to define the brow bone. So I'm going to repeat the same process on the other brow. Defining only the arch, working my way a little bit inwards, closer to the starting point of the brow. And then I go in with more of the concealer application just to define the brow bone more and to create more coverage. And then I'm going to take in the same brush that I used to blend out my concealer under the eye. And I'm going to go in with my blending effect only on the brow bone, working my way down to the crease of my eye, but I'm not touching my eyelids. I'm literally just blending out only the concealer. That's it. So I'm going to repeat the same process on the other brow. There you have it. And then you're going to take a small fluffy brush, setting powder. So that's the setting powder. And I'm literally going to go in and mattify the concealer. So I will overlap on the brow. And the nice thing is that it's going to create a more mattified and longer effect of the brow. If you go in on top of the brows with a little bit of concealer, you are now going to create a more of like a mattified effect onto your brows. And I'm just brushing off all the excess product. And that's it. So now we're moving over to eyeshadow. So I'm still using the same brush that I used to blend out my under eye and the brow. Then I'm literally going to only apply the concealer. So it should be small amounts. Only going to apply the concealer on my eyelids. Small amounts of the concealer, not too much. This is so you can create a more of like a mattified effect of your eyeshadow. It's just so that the true color of the eyeshadow translates exactly how it is on the palette when you are doing the placement on your eyes. So this is your eyelid. That is your brow bone. Whatever is in between, that's the crease of your eye. So that's your eyelid, that's your brow bone. Exactly what's in between is your crease. So I'm blending out all of that concealer because I don't want too much. I'm going to take this Playgirl in the Mood for Nudes eyeshadow palette, which has got the perfect amount of nudes, perfect amount of shimmery colors, and perfect amount of one that you can use to brighten up your eye. And I really love this brown because it helps to create like more of like a smoky effect without making it look like black and dark onto your face. So I will teach you a very simple and easy eyeshadow placement. And the nice thing about this eyeshadow placement is that you can substitute any of the shades that I've made use of with any other shade that you approve of, anything that you prefer. So you just need small fluffy brushes. So this is how the brushes look. Anything that's small and fluffy. So the bristles start off tight at the bottom and then they expand into something that looks like almost like a flower. So you would then take I don't know, let's go in with let me mix these two shades. You can go in with any of your warm neutral tones, so it could be either this color, this, or you can mix these two, or the brown and this shade up here for this step that I'm doing, or you can just stick to your bronzer. So you use the same bronzer, picking up with the fluffy brush, dust off the product, and then you raise your brows so that you can see exactly what's happening in your eye area. So I need to go in again and blend my eyeshadow, my concealer, sorry. So you blend it, guys. The makeup, you blend. That's the trick in mastering a nice seamless effect of your makeup. So exactly where I ended my nose contouring, I'll continue in that motion, but I'm going directly to the crease of my eye. So I'm not going in onto the brow bone, neither am I going in onto the eyelid. It's literally only on the crease of my eye with a very, very light hand. So you go in first and then you do your placement in a dabbing motion, and then you just blend the edges softly to create more of a unified effect. So you'd want more of the pigment on the crease, and then as you work your way upwards, you are now blending out whatever color that you've placed on the crease. So you also don't want to cover that definition of your brow, so you want a little bit of it to show as well. Then when you get to this area, so sometimes you blend out too much of the concealer, so you'd go in with the same warm brown shade, you just go a little bit over onto that edge. So I'm going in now with the second application of the same bronzer. Now I am intensifying my crease area using the same bronzer. So sometimes I'll feel like this is enough, and then I'll go in with a little bit of shimmer, any color that I want on the eyelid, on the other eye. So I'm blending out the crease, and I'm going to go in with my placement, starting off in the inner corner, and I'm working my way out to the crease. So it's almost like you're doing a placement first of the product, and then you dust off the edges. So a little bit goes a long way. Start off small so that it's manageable and it would give you the desired pigment. And then if you want to intensify anything that you're applying onto your eye area, you can go in with another layering of the same product. So you always go into the starting point of the brow just to create more of like a natural illusion of the face, as you'd want only the arch of the brow to be more defined. Like a smoky effect up to my face. So I'm going to go in with this deep brown shade from this Playgirl eyeshadow palette. This Playgirl eyeshadow palette reminds me of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam eyeshadow palette, which is retailing for 1.2. It's not exactly identical, guys, but it is a dupe because it does create that mattified effect. The pigment are so amazing also on this palette, and this palette retails for 92 rands. And the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palette retails for like 1.2. So if you want something cheaper, which is not exactly the same, but it's got a whole lot of similarities, then you can go in with this Playgirl eyeshadow palette. So I just wanted to deepen my eyeshadow, so I'm just blending out the edges onto my face. So I only applied it on the outer corners of my eye, and also I blended it inwards into the crease and also into the inner corners of my eye. I don't feel like anything shimmery today, but for the purpose of this class, I need to be a little bit fancy. So I'm going to take out the bronzy gold pigment. Please focus. This is how it looks. Then I'm literally going to apply it only on my eyelid. So it's exactly where I didn't apply the bronzy shades. Oh my goodness, guys, the pigment. It's so insane. Which shade was it? Was this one? I'm repeating the same process on the other eye. This is so unbelievable, guys. 94 rands. So I'm literally applying it on my eyelid. Look at the pigment. This is so beautiful. To be quite honest with you, I haven't found eyeliners from a drugstore brand that I approve of and that I actually like, because I found that during the course of the day they actually smudge onto the eye, and then it also messes like the entire makeup, which I don't like. So as of yet, only stick to high-end eyeliners and gel liners, because honestly speaking, because I tried to apply a drugstore eyeliner and then I mattified it with like a setting powder or even like the same eyeshadow color, but I still find that it just matches. I guess the consistency and the formula of the actual eyebrow pencil just penetrates through all the setting powders and the eyeshadow palettes that you might have applied to create like more of a mattified effect, and then it just matches your eyes. The High mascara, also from NYX Cosmetics, it is super amazing. I love it so much. It literally lengthen your eyelashes. It will also give you that volume on your eyeshadow, and it will also give you that flirtatious effect. You can't skip a mascara, guys. Please, I am begging you. So Essence has amazing mascaras. Essence, L'Oreal, Maybelline, Revlon. Oh, guys, look at that. My lashes literally stuck out. I'm going in now on the bottom lash. Ooh, that is stunning. I actually love it. It looks so nice. I take a small fluffy brush, the same brush that I use to mattify my eyebrows. So this step I was supposed to do it before the placement. Yo guys, the mascara literally made my eyes open up a bit. I look so pretty. So I was meant to go in with this step before the placement. So now I'm just blending everything. I'm also blending out my blush more, so that it can go in. I'm just cleaning off all the edges with the same brush. Applying this NYX Cosmetics Buttermelt Stick. I am literally only going to apply this as a highlighter, because again, I haven't found a highlighter that I really like that's from a drugstore product. So I'm going to use this Buttermelt Stick literally on the high points of my cheek area. So I'm just gonna go a little bit just to create, oh, this is what I like. Guys, I really like dewy and hydrated makeup looks. Repeating the same process on the other cheek area. It's on the tip of my nose. Sana. These are only the drugstore products that I like, that I also approve of. They are so amazing, guys. Super amazing. And then now I'm going to go in with my wipe and my micellar water just to remove the lipstick that I applied. I just felt like I was basic when I had no makeup on when doing this video. So now I'm going to show you that famous nude ombre lippy. I'm going to show you when it's matte and also when it's glossy. So I'm just going in